He once told me that he would take everything from me. My job, my house, my finances, and ultimately my son.
If you wanted custody, wouldn't that be a motive? Motive for what? If she's not around, now you got custody of the child, correct?
It has been over 5 years of threats and harassment, preceded by another 5 years of mental, physical, and emotional abuse. He deserves to be exposed for who he truly is.
Well, there you have it. MasterMind is out now, and it follows the story behind the devastating shooting of a local crime scene investigator, Nicki Lenway, which she survived. And our Care 11 investigative reporter and the author of this book, his second book, Lou Raguse, joins us now to talk about your new work here. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course, man. This is your home away from home. There's your name. This is the book, MasterMind. This is a true crime sort of thriller. Some of us might remember this story because we covered it in news as someone who was shot, right, outside of like a daycare.
And I covered the trials as well.
And you covered the trials. Let's just start and catch people up with what happens in this story and why it becomes so interesting to learn about.
So in 2022, Nicki Lenway was on her way to pick up her son at a supervised parenting center on University Avenue in Minneapolis called Family Wise. And as she was walking up to the door, somebody ran up behind her and shot her point blank several times. Luckily, the gun jammed. Otherwise, she would be dead today. Anyway, she miraculously survived that. And being that she was picking her son up at a supervised parenting center, it became obvious that whoever she's having this custody issue with would be a likely suspect. And it's this ex-boyfriend of hers who goes by the name of Atlas. His full name is Tim Amaker, but he told everyone his name is Atlas. And so he's obviously a main suspect, but he's inside under supervision at the time the shooting happens,
so
which means somebody else is involved.
Right.
And so that's what made it such an interesting news story to cover. But I knew as soon as I started looking, and we did cover it pretty heavily here at Care 11, but I knew as soon as I started looking into it, even covering it extensively, I'm not even scratching the surface, and that's why I knew it would make a great book.
Yeah, I mean, this is an attempted murder, but it's a story about abuse. It's a story about how far some people will go to exact revenge. It's about child custody. And it keeps unraveling as you dig a little bit deeper. Like, he's a taekwondo master.
Yeah, highly respected in the community.
And I don't know how much you want to give away. I don't know if people know much about it, but like, he's referred to as master by the woman that he's seeing later.
And so his students call him Master Amaker. Long after him and Nicki have broken up, they have a child together. He starts dating somebody else named Colleen Larson, and she still refers to him as Master Amaker because that's how they met. She was his student. So as they live together and date, that's what she calls him.
How is Nicki doing? She survived. She got shot in the neck.
She's doing great. She still works at the Minneapolis Police Department as a crime scene investigator. Highly respected. She's a supervisor. Highly respected among her coworkers there. She survived it. You know, one of the saddest things. You know, once it was known that she was going to survive and thrive, one of the saddest things is that she wasn't ever going to be able to sing again because her voice was affected by the shots. But, you know, even starting to work on that a little bit.
And so it's not just you reporting like you do on the news when you do a day turn or even a week turn for a story. You spent months speaking to her on the phone, yeah?
Yes.
And she's behind this book. She's with you on this
trip. This is her story. And the reason for that is Tim Amaker, Atlas, he went from being a bad boyfriend to a controlling boyfriend for several years that they were together. Once they were finally able to separate, he became a vengeful ex-boyfriend, eventually a dangerously vengeful ex-boyfriend, and almost a deadly vengeful ex-boyfriend. And so I think a lot of people that have been in these type of controlling relationships can see themselves at some point within Nicki's story. And the reason that she wanted to make it into a book is she believes that her story can help others.
Well, Lou, can't wait to read it. You can find MasterMind in most spots where you can buy books, including Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Target, Walmart, and more. Lou, thanks again, man, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Keep writing.
Thank
is
you
this
so
like your
much.
next passion? This is it.
Yeah, well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an author. You know, like becoming a reporter was just gravy.
Well, mission accomplished, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Congrats.